EA Sports just dropped their deep dive trailer on College Football 26, and there was a lot of information in there, but many people don't understand how this will fundamentally impact the way they play. And so what I'm going to do is I want to break down all this information. I'm going to do it in a way that even a 5-year-old can understand what's coming. So I've redid this entire thing into a podcast, which will answer many questions many of you might have after watching that trailer. So don't go anywhere. I'm going to give you the inside scoop on things you might have missed.
Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we're getting into something pretty exciting, College Football 26.
Yeah, definitely excited.
We've got insights straight from the official gameplay deep dive video that EA Sports College put out. Lots of new stuff in there.
A whole lot.
And our mission, really, is to pull out the key nuggets for you.
Yeah.
What are the biggest enhancements? We're talking, playbooks, new player types, physics, that stadium pulse thing.
It's fascinating, I think, how they're trying to, really blend the virtual game with actual college football strategy. It's moving beyond just, running plays. It feels like they want you to actually think like a coach, adapt to things changing on the fly, more strategic.
Okay, yeah, let's unpack that, starting with the playbooks, because the scale there sounds huge.
It really is. They're saying over 300 real college coaches contributed their actual styles, their play calling tendencies.
Wow, 300.
Yeah, and it's not just a few more plays added. It's over 2,800 new plays, 45 new formations too.
So things like more option plays, different motions.
Exactly, which means you can't just look at the team roster anymore. You kind of have to scout the coach, understand their specific approach.
That forces you to adapt your own calls then, like a real game.
Precisely, it adds a whole new layer.
And that detail carries over to the players, right? With new archetypes and abilities.
Yep, 10 brand new archetypes, they said. And they've rebalanced the abilities, 84 total now.
And there's something about how abilities scale based on performance.
Right. So if a player gets hot, really starts performing well in the game, their physical attributes actually get a boost, a significant one.
Okay.
And those really elite abilities, the platinum ones, they can now upgrade during the game to a new Heisman tier.
Capturing those moments when a star just takes over.
Exactly. But there's balance, too. They mentioned field vision for quarterbacks.
What's that?
Well, shorter QBs might actually have their vision blocked by taller linemen now, so you can't just see everything perfectly. You have to, genuinely scan the field, anticipate throwing lanes.
Interesting. So it's not just about the highs, but also the grind, like wear and tear.
Yeah, they've apparently totally redone how abilities affect wear and tear, fatigue from hits and tackles.
And managing that fatigue seems key. New auto sub options, customizable ones.
Lets you set up strategies for rotating players, managing their condition across every position.
So real strategic depth and personnel management.
Definitely. And you've got adjustable settings for hit impact, new weather factors that also affect wear and tear. Plus, you get visual cues pre-snap showing a player's condition right there on the field.
Okay, and speaking of hits, tackling physics got an update too, making it feel more visceral.
Yeah, they said better tackles don't just look better, they feel better. More nuance.
Like new tackle types.
Right.
Wrap tackles, lunges.
Right, driven by timing-based skills. And new audio for the big hits to really sell the impact.
Gotcha. And they've added dynamic subs, so you can swap players without pausing everything.
Yeah. Seems like a quality of life thing, but also strategic. Make quick decisions, get starters back in easily, keeps the game flowing.
Makes sense. What about the line play, the trenches?
Huge overhaul there, too. Rebuilt the interactions between O-line and D-line.
How so?
Well, there's block steering now. You can apparently control the direction of your blocks more actively. And it factors in player strength, momentum, aiming for more realistic line battles.
Okay. And on the defensive side, stunts and twists.
Yep, 12 different types of stunts. Gives you more pre-snap strategic options for the pass rush. Another layer to that chess match at the line.
And adjustable defensive zones, too, for fine-tuning coverage.
More control over your defensive strategy in real time.
Okay, wow. Lots of control. And then there's stadium pulse.
Yeah, this sounds intense.
Especially for the visiting team, right?
Yeah.
Louder, tougher.
And it's not just cosmetic. They're saying it's an active gameplay modifier.
Like camera shake, visual disruptions.
Yeah, and even distorted clocks messing with your timing, trying to simulate that genuine chaos of a hostile road environment.
And it changes based on the situation in the game.
Seems like it. Big moments, critical points in your career mode. The intensity ramps up. It sounds like it could be, well, both amazing and incredibly frustrating.
Yeah, in a good way, maybe.
Hopefully, the kind of frustration that feels earned, you know?
Right. So bring this all together. What's the big picture takeaway for you, the listener? It really feels like College Football 26 is pushing for incredible depth.
Yeah, depth and immersion.
Blending that real college football strategy and feel with, advanced gameplay stuff. Every little detail, managing wear and tear, dealing with stadium pulse, it all seems designed to pull you right in.
It really does, and it makes you think, doesn't it? How far can these sports simulations actually go? Can they truly replicate all the nuances, the unpredictability of real sports?
That's a great question.
Because when you look at the mix here, the deep strategy, the dynamic conditions, even touching on player psychology with things like getting hot or dealing with stadium pressure, it points towards a really interesting future for these games. Maybe it's not just about playing anymore, but about truly managing a team in a virtual world. Something to think about.